For those of you who didn't know, or don't know, or haven't seen, I managed to roll my car on the Nürburgring, and for those of you who do know, you're probably thinking, Jesus, you're rinsing the shit out of this. And I'm not gonna lie, yes, it has become my personality, but haven't really got much else at the moment, so if you don't laugh, you cry. So, the reason for this video today is basically just to break down what happened, why I crashed, how I managed to roll the thing, which is pretty impressive. Then, secondly, and obviously, I mean, I'm going to own up to it. It was driver's error. I can't blame anything. It's just unfortunate. Secondly, I wanted to basically go through the, well, not go through, but basically say the ring costs, break it down, which is pretty rough, but at the same time not rough, and I'll explain further why. And lastly, what I'm doing with the car. Now, most of you would be like, fuck me, that's fucked. Excuse the language, but, you know, I mean, look at it, it's not in the best of shapes. I mean, I think, I'm pretty sure this should be round. And wait till you see the rear quarter. The driver's rear quarter is not my proudest of moments. Now, I mean, I've owned this car for about a year and a half. I've been to the ring 3 times now. The 3rd time I rolled it, and honestly, like, I've been to Brands Hatch. That was fun, and I've taken it on many road trips. It's been to Paris twice. It's been to the ring 3 times. It's been, where else has it been? It's been to Wales a few times. Been to Lake District. I've had a few fun times in this car, I must admit, and it's the amount of hard work that's gone into it is definitely sad to see. But at the end of the day, I think the only positive I can see out of it is it's a story to tell. I mean, not many people can say they've rolled their car on the ring, especially, unfortunately, during a TF day, which is really embarrassing. And honestly, it's embarrassing. So, first of all, you're probably wondering how it's got in this state. So, right. Well, so first of all, I was supposed to be going to the ring. However, I made a slight slip up 3 weeks prior to going to the ring and went into the back of someone, admittedly. Now, unfortunately, that meant I had to rebuild the front end of my car, as the insurance did write it off. Now, I must admit, you're probably going to be like, Jesus Christ, you don't deserve a license. You've managed to crash your car within literally a month of rebuilding it. Like, you've crashed your car twice. I bought it from Copart, have owned it a year and a half, and then in the last month managed to crash it twice, which is very embarrassing, and you're probably like, take this guy's driving license away from him. I obviously bought it back from the insurance and managed to rebuild it. However, I rebuilt it differently. I put comp front bumper, I done icons, I done Recaro bucket seat, CS steering wheel. Literally, the wheels were already on it. The CS bonnet, I already had one, but unfortunately that got damaged, so I had to replace that. I drove all the way to Scotland for that and these. I also hiked Ben Nevis whilst there, because, you know, there was a big process building up to the ring, because obviously I had to rebuild the car. Now, I had help from many people. Zed Coding coded the seat airbags out, so obviously my airbags would still work with the seats no longer working. Janz Performance, Martin at Janz Performance, I mean, he helps amazingly with everything, so he sorted loads of things out, so really big shout out to him. If you need any RX-7 parts or need any mechanics works, give him a shout, he's amazing. He let me borrow his trailer to get the car down, because I fitted icons. I was told that they'll plug and play. However, the person who told me they'll plug and play didn't, well, not plug and play, but plug and code. He didn't realise that his car had LED conversion already, whereas mine didn't. So I then had to send the car off to CS Retrofits, which managed to managed to rewire the headlights and code them within a day of knowing. So 24 hours we're talking now. Because I messaged him on the day before I was going to the ring. He's based in Southampton, well, CS Retrofits are based in Southampton. And we got the car down there using Martin's trailer and managed to basically get it down there and coded and all sorted. Now, it came back to me about 8 o'clock that night with no front bumper, no seats in it, and no steering wheel. And the seat mounts that I bought from SW Motorsports had just arrived that day as well. So it was basically all ready to put together. However, it took a long time because the Recaros, the bucket seats, the actual sliders on the Recaros didn't line up with the holes on the SW Motorsport seats. So we had to kind of like make our own little ways, because I had a friend that helped me up to about 2 o'clock in the morning. Crazy. And I spent up till 3 o'clock in the morning fitting the front bumper, making sure everything was back together properly. So I wasn't too sure that I was going to the ring until 3 o'clock. I also got a puncher the day before, which is, I don't know how this happened. I managed to get a puncher, and again, Janz Performance, because I was at work. Normally I could do all that, but unfortunately I don't have the tools at the moment. But Janz Performance, Martin, he saved the day and was like, look, I'll fix it for you, and we'll sort the car out. We'll get it down to Southampton. My dad especially as well, amazing help. Honestly, just the amount of people that helped out with this car was insane. So 3 o'clock in the morning, I've then got to pack, because I've then realised that I'm actually able to then go to the ring because everything's now done. So I pack, it's about 3:30 and I go to bed, wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, because that's when my train is. Now, obviously, I'm actually running a little bit late here. Everyone else has got there left at 5. Now, they're all calling me like, where are you, where are you, where are you? And obviously my alarm has gone off and I've slept through it and woke up at 6. So now I've driven to Dover. I've driven to the Eurotunnel, got the Eurotunnel over, done the 7-hour drive or 7.5-hour drive on my own, because I never caught up with them. However, I managed to catch up with them at Adenau in Germany. Now, going from Germany, when I got there, obviously unpacked the car, and it's been a mass rush because the track's now open after 5. It's Saturday, so the track's open anyway. So we were like, oh yeah, let's go. So we've all kind of like, I've set up my camera. Bear in mind it's an Insta360, hence why I've managed to flip it and film myself at the same time as flip the car. I've filmed what the car's doing as well as what I'm doing. I wasn't filming myself on purpose, it's just I've got an Insta360. Now, I've set all that up, got ready, gone and bought laps. It's been a mad rush. And then finally got on the ring, and I was the first one out of the group to get on. And the whole lap, I must admit, there was not a sketchy moment. I'm not bigging myself up. It was just a nice, clean lap. It was nice. However, obviously, I've then had a comp overtake me, an M2 competition. Now, this M2 competition was no normal one. It was like full track spec. However, I was caught in a little bit of a fog and started chasing it. However, there was still no sketchy moments. I did know my limits around the corner. I've then got to the jump and put my foot down. Now, last year, I got a photo with all 4 wheels off the ground. It is on my Instagram. I'll put it up here. And it looked mental. It looked sick. I wanted it higher. Now, this year, I've got a few cool things. I was like, sick. You know, I'll be able to get all 4 wheels off the ground. Sick. And I forgot they flattened it. I remember being told, oh, that's shit. I have to take it, like, you know, chill out there now. But yeah, so I got to the after YouTube corner, took that corner, and just put my foot down, and I was like, yeah, I'll get the jump. And gone over the jump, I think I got a little bit of air, but I don't even think there was a photographer there because there's no photos on Race Tracker. Now we've gone round. I've gone round the corner, and I must admit, being that this is my first lap, and embarrassing enough, and everyone, I think this is where I lose a lot of aura points. I've done 13 laps of this track. This is the 13th lap, and I didn't do a practice lap from last year, so I remembered the track going round, and then it kind of goes around a little bit, but that's all. I forgot that it goes after the jump, you go around that bend, and then it kind of arches back round on itself. And I think I've just, from lack of sleep, I just think my brain just kind of froze. I saw the gravel, I saw that the car, and I kind of just felt the car just, I think I just froze, and yeah, just as soon as I thought, oh, maybe I hit the chevron and carry on, but as soon as I hit that chevron, the passenger side just got the gravel, and that was it. I sucked in, and I was a passenger. So, and you're probably thinking, oh, you grabbed the handbrake, or why did you drift it into it? Now, I spun it because I was like, I didn't want to go head first into the barrier. I don't know why, just didn't want to go head first into a barrier. And I know it's a tyre wall, but still, I didn't fancy going head first. So I spun it, and that's when the rear quarter smashed against it, went bang, and then hit the front into it, and then when it pushed, because it's bounced it out and then dug into the gravel, and that's when it's flipped me. So I've hit that barrier about 80 mile an hour, I think. And yeah, I think it was just physics really done me dirty, I think. So that's how I've ended up on my roof, unfortunately, and that's the big build up to that day. I wanted to cry. But I think my first words getting out the car was, I'm in debt, I'm in debt, I'm in debt. I literally turned the car off, got out the car, I punched I literally, trying to get out of the car, obviously I've tried to grab the handle, but I've just punched the door, but being I'm on the roof. And so, yeah, it's just, I think that my first words was, I'm in debt, I'm in debt, I'm in debt. And then obviously I've climbed over the barrier. I literally got out of the car instantly, climbed over the barrier. And that was me I was just like, Jesus, and just fell back on my back and into a pile of stinging nettles. So the car wasn't enough. The pile of stinging nettles definitely finished it off. So then, obviously, I've got me checked over on the ambulance and everything, and I've gone to Lens, which is the recovery company, have then flipped my car over, picked it up and put it on the back, and then I had to get in the recovery truck and go around with them, go to theirs, and this is where the bills come into it, basically. So I've then had to pay Lens, I think it was about €550 or something around that price for recovery, which is completely understandable. And then Lens charge storage fees, which again is understandable per day. Well, they did offer me on the spot delivery, which, to be fair, I could have taken. It would have cost the same amount as I ended up getting it for anyway. But I kind of just left it there because I was just in a bit of a panic and said I'll sort it out another day. Now, this was Saturday, so that was the 26th of April. So then the 27th came, the 28th came, and then on Monday, I started sorting it out. And I put on Nurburgring Life, the Facebook group, has anyone got a recovery back to the UK? Now, obviously, far from broken down, more like rolled. But yeah, so from there, I've had many people message me, great help from everyone. Everyone was like, yeah, I'll come get it. But obviously, me being me has gone, I kind of want the cheapest quote, so I'll keep asking around. Now, someone messaged me, I can't remember the company's name, but they messaged me and said, look, we're in Berlin, we can bring it back for around $650. So I took that, because I was like, sweet, and they picked it up on the Wednesday, so I had to pay, I think it's six days, 6 days for Lens's storage fees, and then I also had to pay for Lens's recovery, and then on top of that, I had to pay for the recovery back from Germany to the UK. So that was 650 plus about 480 plus another about 100 on top of that for storage fees. So, or I think it was like 80 quid. So it works out about 1,200, I think, around there, or 1,100 all in for just get it back to the UK, off the track to the UK. Now, there were the fees just for crashing. The Nurburgring fees, I believe the marshal fees is around like 150 euros or something like that, and then like their labour for like half an hour to fix the barrier was also another like 150 euros or something like that, or 100 euros, which is not bad. And then on top of that, I had to pay for a new barrier, which comes to altogether, all in, it's 1,500 euros, around that. So altogether, this crash has cost me about £3,000 plus my car, which is rough. But at the same time, I rolled my car on the ring, and still, I think my bill was cheaper than everyone else. I mean, like everyone else I've spoken to, crashed into metal barriers is pretty rough. So I'm quite grateful and quite lucky in the fact that I was crashed into a tyre wall. So after everything that's happened, and that's literally everything broken down really, so how I've crashed, the ring bills, and now also on top of that, what I'm doing with the car. So I had contact with Andy, and Andy came down literally within like 3 days of contacting him, and he was like, look, like, let me come down and have a look, and we'll see if it's repairable. So he's come down, and he's come in a beautiful M3 CS that he's also repaired himself, F80 by the way, and we've got on really well, we've chatted and everything, and he said he literally took some photos, looked around the car. We found a kink in the passenger A-pillar, 2 kinks, one at the bottom, one at the top, and then also like in that rear quarters proper gone in, and also see the roof is the main part. He's said he'll get back to me, and he got back to me, so that was Sunday morning. He got back to me Monday afternoon after work. I got a call from him, and he gave me a quote. I had to sit down for that one. But we both agreed that there's a really nice story behind it, and we think it'll be definitely a challenge, but on the basis, if I'm vlogging it, then it'll be worth it, but if I'm not vlogging it, then just leave it and call it a day. So the plan is to rebuild it. Now that is the plan, and I've got to get it down to Andy, and he's gonna have a bit of a further inspection, get it on their ramp and stuff like that. So I've got to straighten it mechanically. I'm going to fix it up here, and then from there we're going to get it transported to him in Kent and get it rebuilt. And there's a lot of things we're having discussions about, things we want to do, well, things he suggests are a good idea, things that we were like, yeah, that would be sick. There's a lot of things that are planned for this car. I'm going to vlog it. The response I got from my TikTok is absolutely insane. I want to thank everyone for that, and on my Instagram as well. It's just the support and the responses I'm getting is crazy. The last one about rebuilding, what does everyone think about me rebuilding the car? That response was absolutely phenomenal. At literally over 120,000 views at the moment I last checked, and all saying rebuild. There's occasional people saying just strip it, just scrap it, just this, just that, which I respect. It's fair enough. I mean, you look at that car and you'll be like, you'll never be able to sell it. However, after this, I don't think I'll ever sell it. I was never going to sell it in the first place. Well, when I first bought it, I was going to sell it a year later when I bought it from Copart, but now I'm in the position where it's a double Cat N and everyone knows that I've rolled it. So Cat N squared, Bradford edition M2. So I think the plan is to rebuild it, and the main aim is after I think a couple of UK track days, I'm going to return to the ring and finish off my lap, which will be an amazing goal. So stick around for the journey. I'll vlog everything. Be a very exciting rebuild, and hopefully this all goes well and we get some fun out of it. So thank you for all your support, and yeah, let's go from there basically. It's rebuild time.
Oh, rough there.